appeared at the World Cup finals, so this new qualification process really is a dream come true for them, as that long wait could soon be over. Not had the best of qualifications so far, but have shown glimmers of being competitive with the best teams in the group. Chile's only win so far did come over their opponents tonight, Colombia, back in November, so they will enter tonight's game as slight favourites, especially in front of their home crowd. And then they'll hope to make it back-to-back wins over Colombia and in turn secure their place in the second phase of qualification. There's some complicated maths if it becomes a little bit more complicated than that, but the simple fact is if Chile win this evening, they're through and Colombia are out. So we're just moments away from the start of the game, but before we get to the action on the floor, we'll have both national anthems, starting with the national anthem, Colombia. Now for the national anthem for the host team, Chile.
Escucharemos de inmediato el himno nacional de Chile. Muchas gracias.
Beautiful, rousing renditions of the national anthem there, and great to hear the Chile fans and team alike singing out now. And look at that amazing support in what is a packed arena here in Valdivia. They're no doubt going to get right behind Chile tonight as they look to secure progression to the second phase of qualification. Your officials for this evening are Julio Anaya, Alejandro Sanchez and Anthony Jordan from Panama, Uruguay and the USA respectively. They'll be marshalling the players on floor this evening in what is set to be a huge 40 minutes of international basketball. Before we can get to that though, it would be good to have a look at the rosters of both teams, and Colombia obviously come here as the underdogs, but looking at their roster, the man who stands out above the rest is Hansel Atenthia. He's averaged 19.5 points and 3 assists per game in qualification. The young guard will have to be on top form though if Colombia are to take the win tonight, but he will need a supporting cast. And looking at the starting five for Colombia, this is who will be supporting: Michael Jackson, Stalin Ortiz, Hansel Atenthia, Freddy Asprilla and Hannah Mosquera will be the starting five for Colombia. Now to the home team, Chile, looking in more detail at their roster. It really is the 1-2 punch of Sebastian Suarez and Franco Morales that are going to be key. They combine for more than 24 points per game across the first 4 qualifying games and provide a great combo on the floor. In fact, they chalked up 32 points against Colombia back in November, but the starting 5 for Chile is Sebastian Herrera, Eric Carrasco, Sebastian Suarez, Felipe House, and Manuel Suarez. Just moments away from the opening tip here in Valdivia. And as always, the coaches of both sides will play a big part in this game. Tactically, they'll both have to be on top form to secure the win for their respective sides. Nerves of the players will just be starting to rise now as head coach of Colombia, Coach Moreno, will need to find the balance between using the one-and-done type of game that he has in front of him to motivate his team, but without applying too much pressure. However, for Coach Riquera, he knows that by the end of the night they could have secured progression to that second qualification round. The trouble he has, though, he doesn't really want his players to be thinking too far forward. They've got a job to do tonight here, and they've got a crowd that have turned up in their numbers, fully expectant to see a strong performance from their team and ultimately to bring the win home. Under 2 minutes now before tip-off in what has been an exciting first round of games in the Americas zone for the World Cup. And remember, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest FIBA World Cup news, you really do need to make sure you download the FIBA World Cup app. It has all the news, views, and the latest highlight videos for you to get your teeth into, and it's available on both Android and Apple. So make sure you get on your smart devices now and get it downloaded straight away. Starting 5s are coming out onto the floor for both teams. Sebastian Suarez, an important piece of the puzzle for Chile, averaging 14 points and 3.3 boards per game so far. And in the reverse fixture back in November, he notched up 20 points and pulled down 5 rebounds against Colombia. He'll be hoping for a similar performance this evening, as will the fans that have gathered here in Valdivia. It's Manuel Suarez. He's going to contest the opening tip against Hannah Mosquera for Colombia. And that's an easy win for Suarez as Chile get things underway for us. Ball into the hands of Herrera and the lane opens up. Great defense there by Mosquera, though. Puts up a strong block to start the game. Ortiz now comes back to Jackson. Oh, he slides inside, and that's going to be an early foul call on Manuel Suarez of Chile. And Jackson really has been a threat throughout these World Cup qualifiers so far. It's moves like that. That's just straight to the basket, direct basketball from Jackson. He's averaging 16.5 points per game. An impressive 84% from the free-throw line. Had a good outing last time against Chile. 13.6 boards for him back in November. He's also within the Americas qualification zone, leading all scorers with regards to free throws before going into this phase of games. That's 26 free throws he's scored before tonight's game. He's added an extra one to it there. Suarez now back to Carrasco. Back to Suarez, good quick footwork, and he goes inside. That's great defense by Esprilla for Colombia. He's got a mismatch on foot speed, but the defense means there's going to be a shot clock violation as Sebastian Suarez is unable to get the shot off in time. And it'll be a Colombian ball on the side. Just under a minute gone. Bit of a cagey start so far. Colombia just with the single point, and Chile yet to score. Just a small delay in the action while there's a quick clarification in the arena. Just a public address going out at the moment to the crowd. And Atencio advances the ball for Colombia, guarded closely by Carrasco there. And beautiful move by Atencio, but Carrasco's up to the challenge. It's in the hands of Suarez on the wing. He's off left, but he gets the friendly roll, and Suarez is out and running with the three. Jackson now to Asprilla. Looking to find Atencio, but he's being sprawled over by Carrasco. But Atencio manages to get the shot over Manuel Suarez's outstretched arm and gets the two for Colombia, tying the game at 3 apiece early on. Suarez now trying to find some space and hands it off to his namesake, Manuel Suarez this time. Basket's no good, but the foul has been called. That one's on Freddy Asprilla. That's his first of the game, and just caught slightly fat-footed and a little bit too much body contact. And a nice quick score for Felipe Hasa. And Chile take the lead. Atencio now. Mosquera goes to the wing to Jackson. Mosquera sets a screen, as does Asprilla. Jackson open for the three. A little bit flat on the trajectory with that one, and it won't go. Good ball movement by Chile, and Herrera gets to the basket, and one for Sebastian Herrera. And the crowd respond to that play. Herrera just blasted a basket, and Ortiz is caught with his hand reaching in. Herrera just shooting 40% from the line in the 2 qualifications games he's played in so far. Connects with his first attempt of the evening though, and Chile are out to an early 5-point lead with 2.5 minutes gone off the game clock. Atencio now. Mosquera to Asprilla. Hands it back to Atencio. Good patience here by Colombia. Atencio pulls up for a tough fadeaway shot, and Chile will outlet the ball quickly. A long shot. Can he get it to go? He can't, but a big fight inside for the rebound, and Suarez is swatted away by Mosquera. And Starlin Ortiz is fouled on the dribble. Little change of direction and a quick feet enable him to secure the foul, and it'll be a Colombian ball on the side as he inbounds it to Asprilla. To Atencio. Back to Jackson at the top. Looking to lose Suarez. Great defense by Suarez, but Asprilla picks up the loose ball. He's going to use his size advantage. Spin move. Dumps it inside to Jackson. Can't get it to go. Jackson tries to get the tip back, but unsuccessful with that one as well. And House manages to get it out. House now. Hands it off to Carrasco. House posting up. Mosquera finds a space inside but can't connect. He does all the difficult work but fails to get the easy putting off the glass. Jackson from distance. Sorry, it's Ortiz from distance. Hits the three, his first shot attempt of the evening's good to go, and reduces the Chilean lead to just 2 points. Good defense by Asprilla. And a chase down by Atencio means that Colombia will hold on to the ball in the hands of Jackson. He wants to go coast to coast, and he's fouled hard by Sebastian Suarez. That will send Jackson to the line for 2 shots. It's very easy to understand why he's leading the Americas zone in 3 throws scored. A very direct style of play that Jackson has. It's the first. Back at the line for the second. Connects with the second as well. So now will inbound the ball for Chile to Carrasco. Back to Hasa, and Colombia applying a press, and it's going to be broken down pretty easily here by Chile. Can they make them pay? Yes, they can. He gets the lucky roll, and Manuel Suarez picks up the score. It's the first 2 points of the game for Manuel Suarez. Atencio now into Asprilla, backing his man down. Can't quite get the roll though. A little bit light on the hook shot. And Carrasco will set the Horns offense up for Chile, but he waves it away. Instead, he hands it off to Herrera. Hands it back to Carrasco. He's going to use the screen set by Suarez. Floats inside, right hand teardrop. Comes up short, and the iron springs it away. Atencio for 3. Drains the 3. That's a big shot from Atencio, and he gives Colombia the 1-point lead. Such a crucial game for both teams. Suarez now turns the corner against Asprilla. Big battle under the basket, and Jackson will scoop up the rebound. Ortiz. Carrasco chases hard over the top of the screen, and Ortiz has to take an altered shot, grabs his own rebound, but misses the easy layup. Asprilla battles hard, but is clattered under the basket. We'll wait to see which Chilean player that foul is going to be called against. Let's have a look at a replay. Asprilla working hard. There's a selection of Chilean players that you could call the foul against there. That one's going to be called on Sebastian Herrera. That's his second personal foul. Asprilla can't get the first to go. This is Freddie Asprilla's first World Cup qualification game. In fact, I have a feeling it's his first senior caps for the country. Connects with neither of his free throw attempts. Herrera now. Back to Suarez. Good ball movement here by Chile. Carrasco to Hasa, back to Herrera. He floats inside, high off the glass, but no joy. Colombia out at the races now with Jackson, but he loses the handle, and it's going to be a Chilean ball on the baseline. Sometimes the direct style of play doesn't necessarily pay off, and here's the steal from Chile, and Herrera hands it off for the big jumper, and Suarez gets the roll. Ortiz comes back the other way and exchanges blows with him. It really has been a back and forth affair, and Atencio draining the 3 there. That's left us with a 1-point lead for Colombia. 3:42 left in the first quarter. Franco Morales checks into the game for Carrasco. Morales now to Herrera. Goes to Suarez. Dumps it inside to Manuel Suarez. He quickly spins, and it's cleverly stolen away by Mosquera, who gets it to Salazar, who passes it cross-court to Jackson. Jackson again forcing the issue. Maybe a little bit too much for Colombia there. Long pass. Can't quite hold on to him. It's come off the hands of Manuel Suarez. That's good defense by Colombia. Morales looking for the big pass, but wasn't able to connect. Salazar, a late addition to the Colombian roster. Mosquera now hands it into Mendoza, who's just come into the game for the first time this evening. Ortiz, long two, tries to make a meal of that and draw the referees into calling a foul, but they're a little bit more experienced than that. Suarez to Herrera. Herrera skips it to the corner. Sebastian Suarez in and out, and Mosquera flies above the ring for the rebound. Jorge Salazar. And a big triple hit there. Mendoza for three. Suarez now uses the screen set by Manuel Suarez. Morales inside. Always one of the advantages of having a rim protector like Mosquera. When the guards come into the paint, they do think twice about going to the basket strong, and there's a replay of the big three from Mendoza, and that's opened out a 4-point lead for Chile. And for Colombia, and do remember this is do or die for Colombia. A win tonight and their dreams stay alive, but if they lose, that sees Chile progress and Colombia leave. Oh, great transition basketball from Colombia. And Almanza is the lucky recipient of that almost full court pass. Manages to control it under pressure and get the two. And a timeout has been called by Chile. They want to talk things over. Let's go into the huddle.
Entonces vamos chocando sobre eso y como más encima caminamos, no podemos jugar. Vamos a pantalón, ¿ok? Pantalón. Que quede José abierto.
Acá está Luis Almanza. Hey, Michael, al pase te vas para acá. Hey, ahora Hanel le devuelve a Mendoza y va y saca a Leo. Leo viene hasta acá con el balón y venimos con la doble cortina para Michael Jackson. Hey, vamos en up.
No afloje la intensidad.
Both tunnels there, very intense, but I think that really does provide you with a mirror on how important today's game is. It's a vision on both coaches and their reputations on the line. Coach Yoquera and Coach Moreno for Chile and Colombia respectively. It means so much to them. Coro now. Morales. Passer sets the screen. Sets another screen, Morales. Morales turns the corner, goes high off the glass, a battle under the boards, but Jackson will come away with it for Colombia. You have a feeling he's going to go to the basket, because that seems to be what he does every time he picks the ball up. He wants to go coast to coast and get the points, and he has this time. And Colombia out to a game-high 8-point lead, and that's Jackson on to 5 points personal. Sola sets the screen, long shot by Suarez, and he gets it to go, and slight sigh of relief for the crowd as Suarez drops the two into the final minute of this first quarter. Mendoza hands it off to Salazar. Inside to Jackson. Jackson goes to Mosquera. Shot clock to 2. He's going to have to take a shot. He's going to run out of time. Good defense by Chile, and a lack of awareness from the Colombian roster on that possession. Colo playing his first World Cup qualifying game this evening. Marechal now goes into the low post. Quickly back out to Morales. Arce now with the jumper off the back of the ring and away. Out of 3.5 second differential shot clock, game clock, and Jackson once again straight at the basket. This time he's fouled. He really is one of these players that forces the action. For good or for bad, he's making things happen. Let's have another look at that. He pulls down the offensive rebound, and he's crowded out by 3 Chilean players. And go to the line for 2 shots, and that foul was chalked up to Eduardo Marechal. Next with the first of his 2. Doesn't get the roll on the second though. And Del Solar picks up the rebound for Chile. Morales looking to blast to the basket, kicks it out, long shot for Chile, gets it to go. Such an important score there for Felipe Hasa, and the crowd show their appreciation. No real surprise there. Felipe Hasa, a local lad, playing on his home club court, and he was born in Valdivia. So the local fans showing their appreciation as Chile close out the quarter strongly, finishing up 15 points. However, Colombia hold the 4-point lead with 19 points. An interesting first quarter of action here in Valdivia. Welcome back to Valdivia for the FIBA World Cup qualifier between Chile and Colombia. There's some stats from the first quarter for you. Neither team shooting well from inside the perimeter, inside the three-point line, but both teams shooting well from the perimeter. Sometimes that's just the way the game goes. So much on the line for these 2 teams. For Colombia, it's a win, and your hopes are alive. Lose, and the chance of making it to the FIBA World Cup finals in China next year have gone. Both teams got a reasonably strong start. Not the highest scoring game so far, but plenty of passion shown on the floor and some big rebounding battles in the paint. A big 3 from Mendoza, and really did trigger a bit of a run for Colombia. But we're back to start the second quarter now here in Valdivia, and Almanza will get things underway for Colombia. Almanza inbounds it to Atencia. Lucky to get away with that one, Atencia. He looked like an offensive foul, but the officials don't call it. Great defense by Morales. He's looking to draw the foul. Instead, he draws the block. Good hustle. Chased down by Luis Almanza to Jackson. Easy 2 off the glass for Jackson. He's up to 8 points personal now. Morales at the top to Del Solar. No joy, and Jackson once again pulls a rebound down. That's rebound number 6 for Michael Jackson. And that's a huge shot there by Hansel Atencia. A 3 for him, and Colombia really are raining the 3s at the moment. That's his second of the night. 8 points personal for him. Del Solar. Moved across to Cotto. Cotto will take the jumper. A little bit too much weight on that one though, and Colombia come away with it. Foul's called. I think it's called on Eduardo Marechal. Here, Colombia ball on the baseline. Atencia will look to put it into Asprilla. Hands it off to Jackson, who really has been the hot wire so far for Colombia. Mosquera now with the ball. Good hands from Del Solar. Quick outlet ball now to Hasa. Can't get the two to go though, but it's rescued by Marechal, and Chile will get another opportunity. Right-hand teardrop is too heavy from Morales, and Colo will slow things down and look to use a little bit of the shot clock to take a more controlled shot, but that quickly runs down to 5 seconds. Del Solar now going against Asprilla. He's going to have to get a shot off. 2-1 on the shot clock. Gets the shot away, but Asprilla's footwork is strong. But the foul is called on Chile as Colo is caught reaching in. Almost 2 minutes gone now in the second quarter. Colombia still holding Chile at arm's length. 15 to Chile, 24 to Colombia, and you can start to sense a little bit of the unrest in the crowd here in Valdivia. Atentia drives inside strong, but is met by Marechal. Morales. Del Solo in a little pick and roll action. It's off the foot of Atentia though, so it'll be a sideline ball to Chile. No reset on the shot clock because it's above 14 seconds. Sebastian Suarez will come back in the game for Chile, and Pablo Coro will go back to the bench. There's the big jumper from Atentia, and you can see how much it means to him. I'm sure he has dreams of making it to China for the World Cup finals, and a win tonight is critical in that. Suarez straight off the bench and straight into the action to hit the three. Currently part of the Portland State program in the NCAA. Ortiz now into Asprilla. Asprilla backing his way to the basket, and he is fouled by Hasa. Hasa's not happy with the call, but not going to change the official's mind on that one, so Asprilla will go to the line for 2 shots. Sometimes the way it goes, a little bit of over-exuberance on the defensive end can cost you the foul. Asprilla can't connect from the line though. Back at the line for his second attempt. And he's good to go on his second opportunity, and Colombia sit at a 7-point lead now. A little over 7 minutes to play in this second quarter. Marechal with the ball. Back to Morales. Morales skips it long to Marechal. Shot clock down to 3. He's going to have to put it up. Steps away with the jumper. Drains it. Big shot there by Eduardo Marechal. He had a big game against Brazil back in November. The first game of qualifying. Scored 11 points in that one. Atentia now. Oh, he drains the 2. Atentia starting to warm up. He's up to 10 points personal now. First player to make it at double digits. Del Solar hands it off to Suarez, and the foul is going to be called on Amantha. Amantha trying to fight his way over the screen, but just manages to plough into the Chilean player screening. Morales inbounds it to Del Solar. Marechal. Little shake to try and lose Ortiz. Manages to get a bit of space, and it comes back to Del Solar, and he is fouled by Mosquera on the way out. I'm very confused by Mosquera. Can have any arguments about that whatsoever. He came flying out, almost karate kicked Del Solar to the floor. Let's have another look at it. Yeah, puts his knee into his chest. Easiest call I've seen so far in the World Cup qualifiers that's a foul. Not sure what he can be upset about. It's a great play by Del Solar, and he'll go to the line for the bonus as Chile look to work their way back into this one. Averaging 75% from the line so far in the opening 4 games of qualifying. One of only 5 players to have played every single World Cup qualifier game so far for Chile. Atencio now. It's stolen away though, good hands by Marechal, and there's a scramble on the floor for the ball between Jackson and Marechal, and I presume it will go to the possession indicator, which is pointing in favor of Chile. Chile really are working their way back now, and good hands by Marechal. He loses his footing though, and he's quickly tied up by Jackson. Reyes into the game for the first time for Chile. And it's stolen away by Esprilla. He's out of the races. He's knocked out by Reyes though, so it'll still be a Colombia ball. Atencio will go to the baseline to inbound. Gets it into Mosquero, and he can't connect because there's really great defense from Chile in the form of Del Solar. Morales inside with the drive to Marechal, wide open in the corner. Overcooks that one, and Mosquero will come away with a rebound. Atencio pulls up at the free throw line and drains another jumper. That's 12 points for Atencio. Morales coming around the screen. Reyes there called for the foul. Ball now in the hands of Marechal. Drive to the basket, and he's fouled on his way there. In a slightly scrappy phase of play at the moment here in Valdivia. Both teams fighting hard for possession. A little over 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Colombia there with their fourth team foul of the quarter, so Chile will go to the line for every foul now. Suarez can't get that to go, and Jackson's with the rebound. You have a feeling he was going to go straight towards the basket, and does, and gets himself another 2 points. He's up to double digits now. That's 10 points, 7 rebounds for Michael Jackson. Suarez to Reyes. Ball moving well here. Marechal goes to Morales. Sorry, not Morales. It was Carrasco. Carrasco now trying to find some space. Nothing there. Into the corner, and it's not a great looking shot by Harsha. Harsha is not known for his three-point shooting prowess. Esprilla hands it off to Atencio. Atencio trying to curl it around the corner to Mosquero, but it's come off a Chilean player's hip, so it'll still be a Colombia ball on the baseline. Timeout has been called, and we'll head into the huddles to have a listen a bit closer to the coaches and some of their instructions in the closing 4 minutes of this quarter.
Hey, no perdamos el concepto de grupo, sigamos jugando grupo. Epa, hey, vamos a ir cruz. Stalin aquí, Michael Jackson. Balón está aquí, atencia. Hey, Hannes, ready. Hey, bola le dan atencia.
9 segundos. Si hay situación de pick and roll, después de eso es cambio. Ok, el ataque. A ver, espérate, más que el ataque, la defensa. Son 31 puntos. Son 22 puntos de Jackson y Atencia. Tenemos que caer y congestionar rap, que no tomen la pelota.
Una cosa en ofensiva, cuando juguemos los picks, metan algún corte porque estamos todos abiertos.
¡El balance!
And Coach Uquera there, squeezing every last second out of the timeout to get his message across to his players, and he'll be hoping he has, because at the moment Colombia are in control of this one, and it's against the form book. The away team control this one. They lead by 8. my goodness me! What a hammer jam by Mosquera. With authority, and that really does sum up Colombia so far this evening. They're out to a double-digit lead now. Oh, beautiful pass inside by Suarez, and can't quite get it to go. As Marechal comes up a little short. Ortiz, he's too heavy-handed with that jumper, and Chile will come back the other way. Marechal for three. Oh, he drains the three, exactly what Chile needed. Perfect timing for Eduardo Marechal. He's up to 5 points personal. Mosquera now looking to blast his way into the paint. There really have been some big battles for the boards this evening so far. Pass inside to Reyes. Samis Reyes is fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. It's a beautiful heads-up pass to Reyes. Didn't quite connect under the heavy contact from Jackson. He'll go to the line for 2 shots. Only 57% free throw shooter so far in the World Cup qualifiers. Samis Reyes, a member of the Tulane University basketball roster, the 22-year-old power forward. A bright future in front of him. Scored 13 against Brazil back in November. Connects with both his free throws and heads to the bench for a rest. Salazar back into the game for Colombia now. Mosquera. Back to Salazar. Double screen with Mosquera and Hinestrosa. Atencia almost loses his footing. Is he going to take the jumper? Yes, he is. Slightly off balance though, and that proved decisive on whether that one was going to drop. Carrasco doesn't use a screen set by Hasa. Hands it back to Suarez. Suarez, little hesitation. Nice crossover jumper from the outside. Hinestrosa with the rebound for Colombia. Clock ticks down to just over 2 minutes now left in this second quarter. Atencia. Almanza feeds it inside to Mosquera. Big spin move, but he's thrown it away. I don't think Hinestrosa was expecting the pass. I think he was expecting Mosquera to put the jumper up. He's already lining himself up for the battle for the boards, and here's Marechal with a lovely little step back move. And Carrasco floats inside, skips it out to Marechal. That's his 5 points that he's scored so far. We've had a timeout called, so let's jump into the huddle.
Felipe, bueno Franco así, para Franco derecha, escúchame.
Atencia, usted le pasa a Hanner. Hanner le pasa a este man de Almanza que sube. Aquí está Vincha. Hey, después, simplemente Leo, pantalla a Hanner y vamos aquí para una liup. Hey, aquí está usted. Dale, 1, 2, 3. Colombia.
Important timeouts there by both coaching staff. A little under 2 minutes to play in the first half here in Valdivia. And these are critical phases of an absolutely must-win game, pretty much for both teams. Carrasco now. Goes to Suarez, Suarez to Morales. Morales, nice quick change of pace. Comes back to Carrasco, Carrasco to Morales, wide open for three. Oh, he obliges. We are down to just a 2-point ball game. Colombia's lead has pretty much been completely eaten away now. Almanza. Travelling violation called on Almanza, trying to force the issue. Footwork let him down there. And there's the big jumper by Morales, and you can see how much it means to him. Suarez now. Back to Morales. Arce sets the screen for Morales to use. Nice bounce pass inside to the big man. He tries to use the glass, but no joy, and Salazar will pick the ball up for Colombia. Back to Atencia. Atencia drives inside. Beautiful wraparound pass to Hinestrosa. He can't get it to go, and yet another battle for the boards again here. Chile come away with it, and Carrasco will sensibly slow things down. About a 10-second differential shot clock, game clock. Colombia will get the ball back for another attempt. Oh my goodness me, from distance from Morales. He couldn't get it to go. Shot clock's off now, and Colombia look like they'll head to the halftime locker room with the lead. Atencia. Well, that looks like a tight call by the officials. A tough time to call it as well. Less than a second to play in the half, and the foul is called on Carrasco. Changes will be made. In fact, a timeout has been called. They want to call a play for the final 0.9 seconds of this first half. Let's listen into the huddle.
Hey, Atencia. Sáquete aquí. Hey, mire lo que vamos a hacer. Va a subir Michael Jackson sobre la pantalla de Hanner. Hey, aquí está Vincha. Ah, viene Michael Jackson, sube. Señuelo, Stalin. Viene pantalla Hanner. Y Hanner viene por la luz. Quedan 9 segundos. Solamente tenemos esto. Hey, vuelvo y repito. Michael, señuelo. Aquí. Hey, pincha quieto. Stanley viene y hace. Hey, Hanner. Ah.
Very intricate work there by Coach Moreno. He's obviously looking to work an action off the elbow. Looks like there might be a couple of screens set on the elbow. Someone flashing high, someone maybe spinning to the basket for the alley-oop pass. Atencia will be the inbounder, so there'll either be, I think, a player coming to the top for the quick catch and shoot three, or someone spinning to the baseline for the alley-oop pass. And up it goes to Mosquera, and that's a strong play there by Carrion as he boxes out Mosquera, and we'll head to the half-time break. Colombia probably the slightly happier of the two teams. Chile 31, Colombia 33. 20 minutes down, 20 minutes to go in this crucial FIBA 2019 World Cup qualifier in Valdivia. For Colombia, it's a must-win game. If Chile win this evening, they're through. Colombia are out. That's pretty straightforward. Here are some of the stats for you. Chile, not great shooting numbers for them. Slightly better for Colombia. And Colombia are winning the rebounding battle as well. The stats are certainly favoring for Colombia. You'd expect them to have a slightly bigger lead than just 2 points. But that's maybe where they have hurt themselves. 8 turnovers in that first half to just 5 turnovers for Chile. And I'm sure Coach Moreno will look to protect the ball better in the second half. But we've had a very interesting first half here in Valdivia, as Colombia have had a strong start. Leading them on the scoring front is Hansel Atencia. He's also got himself a couple of boards and a couple of assists. And the very direct Michael Jackson is also on double digits. He's got himself 10 points and 7 boards, 3 assists, as well as a cheeky little steal. They really have been the two powerhouses on the offensive end for Colombia and has enabled them to secure this half-time lead. For Chile, no one's really standing out on the stats sheet so far. A pretty even spread of scoring. They've had 8 players notch points up. Sebastian Suarez is leading them on the scoring front. He's got 8 points and 2 rebounds. And then behind that, it's Felipe Hassa, as well as Eduardo Marechal, both 5 points apiece. Hassa's also grabbed 3 rebounds in his hometown game. But still plenty to play for in this match. I'll quickly explain the potential progressions for you. Like I said, Chile win, they're through, Colombia are out. Very straightforward. If Colombia win by less than 6, then they'll need to win by a very specific margin based on their score this evening. If Colombia win by 6 or more and Chile lose on Monday, Colombia will go through and Chile will go out. The final scenario for you, just to confuse you a little bit more, is if Colombia win by 6 or more and Chile win on Monday, Colombia will need to make sure that they win against Brazil on Monday, and their win will have to be by a bigger margin than Chile's on Monday. So if your brain hasn't been completely fried by those scenarios, I'm sure you'll be ready for the second half of action here in Valdivia, because the score as it stands after 20 minutes is Chile 31, Colombia 33. Make sure you come back to join us for all the action of the 3rd and 4th quarter in this 2019 FIBA World Cup qualifier between Chile and Colombia. Welcome back to Valdivia for the second half of this FIBA 2019 World Cup qualifier between Chile and Colombia. And a very interesting first half we've had indeed. Chile currently trail 31-33 to Colombia in this do-or-die game. Chile win, they progress to the second round, and Colombia are out. If Colombia win, their hopes of making it to the World Cup finals in China next year live to fight another day. Strong performances in the first half from Hansel Atentia and Michael Jackson for Colombia sees them in the lead. Atentia with 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Jackson with 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal. They really are the standout performances of the first 20 minutes. Chile, not really anyone taking the mantle at the moment. Sebastian Suarez is leading them with 8 points, 2 rebounds. But they're going to need several players to step up their offensive production if they're going to come away with that much needed win. We're just moments away from the start of the second half here. And you can see Coach Claudio Yoquera talking closely to his team, making sure that the finer details are very clear in their minds before they go back into battle for the second half. Coach Guillermo Moreno doing the same thing for Colombia. Colombia have one appearance in the World Cup finals before. That was back in 1982 as hosts. Chile, they've appeared 3 times, but the last time was 1959. They have got 2 bronze medals to their name, though. In fact, in 59, they did pick up 8 bronze medals. And how dreamy would it be for Chile and their fans here this evening in Valdivia to see Chile back on one of the biggest stages in global basketball, the World Cup finals in China next year. 2 big games this weekend in front of them before they even make it through to the second qualification phase. Nothing is certain for either of these teams so far. There's Atentia, number 10, and Ortiz, number 9. Having a quick conversation as we are now ready for the start of the second half here in Valdivia as Chile and Colombia go head-to-head in a World Cup qualifier. Just waiting for the officials to be happy that everything is in place before we can get the second half underway. Ball inbounded to Atentia, and Colombia will start this second half for us. Ortiz now looks to drive to the basket, comes back to Mosquera. Mosquera barrels his way to the basket, but good defense by Carvacho, but it's not enough to stop Mosquera from getting a basket and extending the Colombia lead to 4 points. Suarez now to Marachal. Pulls up for the jumper. Mosquera taps it to Atentia. Mosquera long 2. Oh, he drains the big jumper. And Colombia have started the second half strongly. And their 2-point lead has quickly extended up to 6. Suarez back to Hassel, and he hands it off to Morales. Morales goes strong to the basket, but finds no joy. Jackson knocks it off his shin, and oh, that's a big save by Morales there for Chile. To Suarez, little fake on the 3, and he'll slow it back down as Morales picks himself up and gets back into the play. Marachal is fouled by Jackson on his way to the basket. And this is the jump shot from Mosquera, not the kind of score you'd expect from the big man. He's known to ply his trade closer to the basket than that normally. Almanza will come into the game, as will Asprilla for, I think they've come in for Jackson. I'm not sure who else has come out. Suarez now from outside, and he hits the three. That's the answer Chile needed. They can't let Colombia get out to too big a lead, and Suarez is up to 13 points now. The 10th here. To Ortiz. Guarded closely by Morales, good defense. The foul is called. I'm presuming it's on Franco Morales. It looked like good defense from where we are, but it'd be interesting to see a replay if we can of that. Ortiz will go to the line for shots though. Only a 50% free throw shooter, connects with the first. He's part of the 2017 Americas Cup Colombia squad and averaged 10 points per game in that tournament. Morales hands it off to Hassad. It goes back to Marechal. Marechal tries to pick his way through the Colombian defense, but he's fouled. I think the foul's going to be called on Asprilla. It'll be a baseline ball for Chile, and they'll run a stack inbounds play off this one. Comes to Hassad, who throws up a very light air ball. In fact, sorry, it wasn't Hassad, it was Caravaggio. Back to Mosquera. To Almanza. Oh, he drains a nothing but net jumper from distance. That's a big shot by Luis Almanza. Back out to a 6-point lead for Colombia now. Suarez with the strong move, and Asprilla pulls down the rebound. The foul's going to be called on Felipe Hassad. Second team foul of the quarter for Chile, and here's the three from Suarez earlier on in the quarter. Such an important score, and you see the reaction from Claudio Quera on the... Sorry, that was Guillermo Moreno on the Colombian bench, not happy with the lack of defense being played on that possession. Mosquera now, spin move inside, beautiful use of the pivot, and gets the two off the glass. Mosquera really is picking up the pace in this second half. He's up to 8 points personal. Morales now feeds it inside. It's a tough move by Hassad, and Colombia will come away with it. Almanza to the basket for two, and the lead for Colombia is back up to double digits. 34 to Chile, 44 for Colombia, and Coach Moreno is happy with that. But apparently Coach Yoquera is not, and understandably so. He's called a timeout. Let's jump into his timeout to see what he has to say to his team.
Pantalón, llama el pick and roll central. El pick and roll central lo juega con Felipe. El pick and roll bien central. Va a ser Felipe, Franco. Llámalo. Felipe, Franco, abierto, Nacho. Va a ser Hammer para Lalo y Chapa en la esquina.
Segundo corte, ellos ya saben que es flex. Vamos en 4 ahora. El segundo corte los cambiamos. Buena pantalla. Hey, vamos. Hey. No triple, hay que defender el perímetro.
Slightly more anxious Coach Yoquera there for Chile. The importance of the game is clear for both teams, and the 10-point lead for Colombia must be a worry for the fans in the stands. They don't seem as jubilant as they did at the start of proceedings here in Valdivia. Long pass to Suarez, he almost wasn't ready for it, mind. And he quickly zips it back out to Morales, who hands it off to Marechal. Hasa sets the screen for him. Back out to Morales for three. He's short with that one. Strong rebound by Carrion. Morales to Carrion. Skips it outside to Suarez. Beautiful step back by Suarez, and he hits the triple. He knew that was going to land before he even let go of it. Confident shooting there. Nice Sebastian Suarez. Mosquera. Hands it off to Atenthia. He slides inside, but Marechal manages to knock it away. Shot clock down to 6. What can Atenthia do with the ball? He can turn the corner. A beautiful soft scoop shot off the glass. Gets himself 2 and moves him on to 14 points and brings the Colombian lead down to single digits again. Morales now. Back to Hasa, to Morales, shot clock to 3. Gonna have to get a shot off, floats up right hand. Oh my goodness me, what a play by Morales. With time running out on the shot clock, he floats up what was an exceptionally tough shot, gets it to drop and draws the foul. It's that type of play that Chile need to come back into this. Completely off balance, and he's hammered by Esprilla, gets it to go, and he'll go to the line for the bonus. Unfortunately for Chile, he can't connect with the extra point, and they're still adrift by 7 points with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Atenthia now. Back to Almanza. Ball now goes inside to Hernandez. Oh, can't get it to go. Hernandez working hard. His first action of the evening, and he's determined to make an impact, that's for sure. Hasa will go to the bench after picking up the foul. And Samis Reyes comes back into the action. Hernandez scores the first. Back at the line for the second. Can't connect with a second. This is Hernandez's third game within the World Cup qualifications. He's averaging 3.5 points, 6.5 rebounds in the previous 2 encounters that he's been a part of. Morales now to Herrera. Herrera drives inside, skips it back out. Suarez drains the 3. Down to a 5-point ball game now. Hernandez looking to hand it off to Atenthia. Mosquera for distance. Can't get the roll, but Ortiz works hard for the rebound. It's batted away, and Herrera will pick up the loose ball. Suarez open for 3. Oh, too heavy with that one. Reyes grabs the rebound. Herrera will slow things down for Chile. And the foul is going to be called an offensive foul. And that one's on Ignacio Carrion. It'll be a sideline ball for Colombia. And Atenthia will advance it over the half for the Colombians. Mosquera now to Hernandez. Both teams have been very patient on the offensive end so far. Atenthia for 3. He's short on that attempt. Ortiz works hard to save it, and he does to Mosquera. Mosquera puts it back out to Almanza. Atenthia now will have another go. Floats inside Mosquera. One-handed jam for Mosquera. but a credit has to go to Atenthia. Penetrates to the basket, opens the whole lane up, and it's an easy one-handed jam for the big man. Big shot from Herrera, and he gets it to go. Another three. The teams are trading baskets now. Herrera up to 6 points, and the gap is down to 4. 45 to Chile, 49 to Colombia. Under 3 minutes of the third quarter left. Foul called on Reyes. This is Atenthia's great little inside pass to Mosquera. Easy jam for the big man, and that was answered quickly by the Herrera triple. As we're starting to hot up here in Valdivia. As you can hear, the crowd are really starting to pick up the decibels. They're fully behind their team for the win. Hernandez rattles home the first of his 2 free throws after the Reyes foul. Back at the line for the second. Drains the second as well. Good form at the line for the big man. Oh, backdoor pass, alley-oop slam for Ignacio Carrion. The 24-year-old gets up for the throwdown. Hernandez now back to Atenthia. It's almost stolen away. It is stolen away. Let's hope Atenthia is not hurt. He clatters into the substitute chair on the side as he tries to recover that one. There's your alley-oop pass. Carrasco to Carrion. Oh, he's quite happy with that two-handed jam. He looks to the crowd and they show their appreciation. Carrasco to Suarez. There, sets in the screen. Suarez plans it back inside. Beautiful play and back-to-back jams for that young man, Ignacio Carrion. And we're within 2 points for Chile now, and the Colombians are certainly on the back foot, and the crowd are well into the game now. They're playing their part. Atenthia. Ortiz for 2, rejected by Suarez. Atenthia picks up the loose ball. The foul is going to be called on Hernandez, and Chile will take possession. One of the joys of this new World Cup qualification system is the crowds. They really have got behind their teams around the world, and here in Valdivia it's no different. Herrera weaving his way to the basket, hands it off to Carrasco. Knocked out of bounds by Hernandez. Chile will hold on to possession. 1 minute 23 left in the third. The game perfectly balanced. Oh, that's come off the foot of Samus Reyes, so Colombia will take possession of the ball. And here's the beautiful no-look pass by Reyes to Carrion. Hernandez now to Mosquera. Back to Ortiz. Comes back to Salazar. My goodness, that's a huge three! Jorge Salazar drains it from way downtown. And you hear the breath just squeezed out of the crowd here in Valdivia. Herrera to the basket against Mosquera. Draws the foul, and one for Herrera. It's big play after big play here. Herrera pulling out all the stops on that play 41.2 seconds left in this third quarter. Mosquera will go to the bench. And Astroza will check in for Colombia. And their lead has been carved back to 3 points. Can Herrera reduce that further from the charity stripe? Yes, he can. It's just a 2-point lead for Colombia now. Salazar advances it over the half for Colombia. To Atencia. Trying to shake his defender, but it's a good defense by Chile. Salazar for 3. He's blocked by Reyes. Reyes almost ends up in the crowd over the barrier. Big hustle from Samis Reyes. But it will be a Colombian ball on the sideline. Ortiz for 3. Comes up short, has to take it. Shot clock expiring, and Chile will have a chance to tie the game, if not take the lead before the end of the third quarter. And that was the huge Salazar 3. Way downtown for Jorge Salazar. 17.4 seconds left on the third quarter clock. Imagine Chile will run the clock down. Carrasco takes control of the ball. It's down to 7 seconds now. Tries to blast past Hinestroza, loses the handle. Herrera for 3. Can't quite get it to go, and that's the end of the third quarter here in Valdivia. Chile 52, Colombia 54. And what an exciting third quarter of basketball we've had, and it set us up beautifully for the final quarter. A 2-point lead for Colombia is absolutely nothing, as both coaches will know. Welcome back to Valdivia, and what a game we have for you here. Colombia lead by 2 with 10 minutes left to play, and it really is close across the board. What beautiful scenes here inside the arena, the crowd fully behind their team, and both teams leaving absolutely nothing to spare. They are putting it all on the hardwood for us tonight. And Colombia hold the narrowest of wins, but remember, Colombia must win. If Chile leave with the win, Colombia's dreams of World Cup glory come to an end. If Chile win, if Colombia win, we move on to Sunday and a very complicated situation of some maths to do to see who out of Chile and Colombia will advance. At the moment, it really is anyone's guess who will pick up the final qualification spot from Group B in the Americas zone. But we have 10 minutes left on the game clock, and Herrera will get things started for Chile. Morales hands it off to Carrasco. Morales, big skip pass to Herrera. Herrera drives inside. Carrion grabs the ball. It's a bit too heavy, and it's a brick, and Jackson's back in the game for Colombia, so you know what to expect. Some very direct offense from him. As predicted, he goes straight to the basket as soon as he gets the ball, but he's a little bit short on that first attempt. Morales now with the ball at the top. Salazar guarding him. Reyes sets the screen. Back to Herrera. Catch and shoot. 3. No good on that one. And wait for the officials to decide. Looks like they're pulling it. Yes, they pointed in favor of Colombia. You can hear the crowd's reaction to that decision from the officials. Almanza. Offensive foul has been called. I think it's going to be on Hinestrosa, possibly Jackson. No, foul called on Hinestrosa. That looks like a tough call from where we are. That replay seemed to show Hinestrosa take a stand, but the officials see otherwise. It's going to be a Chilean ball on the baseline. Herrera now with the ball for Chile. To Carrasco. Carrasco turns the corner. It's knocked away from Reyes though, but it is off the leg of Hernandez, so it'll still be a Chile ball. Only 2 seconds left on the shot clock though. I'm sure the bench have made them aware of the situation with regards to the shot clock. Every single possession will start to count in this game more and more now. Reyes catch and shoot. Reyes can't get it to go, and Salazar grabs the rebound for Colombia. Oh, another long three. No luck that time, and Hinestrosa has been fouled in the battle for the rebound, and Salazar is not short of confidence from distance. The undersized guard is happy to put the ball up from a long, long way away. Reyes will go out the game, and Felipe Hasselbeck come back into the game. Atencia now. Finds Salazar. Oh, it's almost stripped away. Big hands by Carrasco, but he can't hold on to it. Almost sneaked that one away from Hernandez. And Coach Moreno will make the changes for Colombia, as Hernandez, Hinestrosa and Almanza go to the bench. Asprilla, Mosquera and Atencia come back in. Salazar to inbound the ball for Colombia. Goes into Asprilla. Asprilla comes back out to Atencia. Atencia now trying to find space. He's found it out to Salazar, who manages just to get it off in time, and all the scramble for the ball there, and Suarez comes sliding in. A little bit more like his namesake Luis Suarez in the football world there. Looked a bit like a sliding tackle, and Atencia, luckily enough, was able to pretty much jump out of the way, otherwise it could have been an injury. Colombia will get the ball back on the baseline. Still holding their 2-point lead into Mosquera. Mosquera with a very tough shot from under the basket. That's great defense by Carrion. Carrasco now. Morales. Casa. Good ball movement here by Chile. Nice and patient on the offensive end. Suarez is going to lose possession here though, and Jackson's hustling hard. Suarez gets it back. Ball goes inside and the foul is called. Carrion went up strong, and Mosquera's going to be called for the foul. A shovel pass from Suarez to Carrion, and Mosquera picks up the foul, sending Carrion to the line for 2. Prior to this game, only shot 50% from the line. Averaging 3 points and 1.5 rebounds per game. He's played in all of the World Cup qualifiers so far, but for Chile, he isn't a player they want to see going to the free throw line. Realistically, within their roster, Morales, within the World Cup qualifiers, really is the only proven high percentage three-throw shooter. And they had a chance to delete the lead of Colombia there, and they've missed out on that one. Nice pass inside, and Asprilla obliges with the big one-handed dunk. Great pass by Jackson for Colombia. The lead is out to 4 points. Carrasco now, almost stolen away, but Morales holds on to it. Tries a little up and under, and it's read by Asprilla. Jackson threads the needle. Oh my goodness me, Asprilla blows the easy layup. You hear the whistles from the crowd on that one. Morales calls for the screen, and Carrion obliges. Morales now. Hasa for the jumper, and drains the jumper. Back down to just a 2-point game. 6.5 minutes left on the game clock here in Valdivia. Asprilla with the ball to Atencia. Pulls up for the long two. He's fouled. Looks like a tough call. It looked like Atencia flicked his feet rather than Carrasco catching him. Be an interesting replay, that one. I think I'd have to agree, Carrasco on that one. Yeah, that's Atencia playing for the foul. He really did. A wry smile on his face. He's definitely earned his foul there. At the line for the two. Drains the first. He's up to 15 points personal. Leading Colombia's scorers, 16 points personal. He's up to. Along with his 4 rebounds, 5 assists. It's a good night at the office for Hansel Atencia. And Colombia's lead is back out to 4. Suarez now. For Morales. Pick and roll with Hasa, back out to Suarez. Carrasco wide open, and he hits the 3. That is a huge shot by Carrasco. His first bucket of the night, and what a time to score it. 5 minutes 50 to play. Chile 57, Colombia 58. It couldn't be closer. Atencia to Ortiz, and he's fouled. The small margins in this game are going to count, that's for sure. Once again, Atencia instrumental in everything that Colombia is doing. Ortiz at the line for his second. Can't get the second to go, but Asprilla grabs the rebound, and the foul is called on Hasa. And Hasa looked like a teenager having a strut then, swinging his arms around. It's his 4th foul, and it's the team foul situation for Chile now. Colombia will go to the line every time they're fouled now. That could be a huge moment in the game. Only 3 points so far this evening. Can he add to it? Yeah, he can. Ice cold from the line. He gets the luck of the roll on the second as well, and Colombia back out to a 4-point lead. Morales to Suarez. To Herrera. Back out to Suarez. The crowd thought Herrera was fouled there. No call. Suarez for 3. Oh, that was in and out. Hasa now can't get it to go. but Callion can follow for the 2. Both teams trading baskets as the game clock drips down to just 5 minutes now. Asprilla to Jackson for 3. He's short. Ortiz with a rebound. He can't get it to go, and Hasa brings down a one-handed rebound. Big play. Can Chile tie the game? Morales tries to pass it to the wing, but it's knocked out of bounds by Colombia. Baseline ball for Chile. And go long to Callion. Back to Morales now. Open for 3. Oh, shallow trajectory on that shot. Just managed to get onto the front of the ring. Needed a little bit more arc on it. Mosquera now to Asprilla. Back to Atencia. To Jackson, spins his way inside. Good defense by Chile, and Jackson steps out of bounds, so it'll be a Chile ball on the baseline, and they once again have a chance to either tie or even take the lead here. With just over 4 minutes left on the clock. There's the big one-handed jam from Asprilla. Morales now to Herrera. Back to Suarez. He has his 3 rejected by Jackson. That's a big defensive play by Jackson. He's just 1 rebound away from a double-double. Asprilla now to Mosquera. Mosquera drives inside against Callion. Can't get it to go, and the loose ball comes out to Morales. This is going to the wire. Can't get the drop from Hasa's jumper in the short corner. And the teams are starting to show some fatigue. Ortiz drives inside and Morales knocks it away. You can see that both teams have put absolutely everything into the game, and they're starting to fatigue. Understandably so, a timeout has been called, if only to give the teams a minute breather to catch their breath and regroup. Let's dive into the huddle and find out firstly what Coach Yacara is going to discuss.
Defensa, mierda, defensa. Eso nos va a dar el juego, la defensa. Vamos, huevos, queda mucho todavía. Vamos, vieja.
Vamos, a ver, primero es esta defensa morir. Ok, esta defensa morir. La que viene, ok, la que viene es 2, y si hay que tirar 3 salidas, o sea, para que vuelva hasta Franco la tiramos. O sea, consecutiva para Chapa, consecutiva para Seba, y si no hay espacio, vamos a la consecutiva para Franco.
La tiramos acá. Buena pantalla. Buena pantalla.
Pase lo que pase, defensa. Pase lo que pase, defensa. Vamos.
A huge 3 minutes just over of basketball remaining for us here in Valdivia. And I wouldn't want to put any money on where this one's going. At the moment, Colombia seem to have a slight control over the game. But Chile really do have the ability to score and score in a hurry, so you wouldn't bet against them doing so. Jackson now to the basket. He puts another 2 points on his tally. He's up to 12 points now, along with 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And Colombia's lead back out to 4. Herrera to Morales. Morales to the basket, throws the lob to Carrion, and he's fouled by Jackson. Jackson not happy with the call, but it seemed pretty clear. Only the 13th foul of the quarter for Colombia, though, so it will be a baseline ball rather than shooting for Chile. So now to Suarez for 3. Oh, what a huge shot by Suarez. This man has impeccable timing when he steps up to that perimeter for the jumper. Brings it back down to a 1-point ball game. 2.5 minutes to play. I can smell overtime. Jackson barges his way inside, but can't make it count, and Hasa comes away with the loose ball. It's stripped away by Jackson, is it though? Looks like it's off Jackson's hands. It's going to be possession in favor of Chile, and it's this frantic phase of play we're entering now. Understandably so much on the line for both teams. That's the big jumper from Suarez, and he faces the crowd and raises his hands to the ceiling, and the crowd raise it up a few notches. Carrasco now with the ball. Back to Morales. Shot clock down to 5. Skips it to Suarez. What's he going to do? Going to have to take a shot. He's not going to, and they're going to give up the turnover. Suarez really should have catch and shoot in that kind of situation. We're under the 2-minute mark, 1:58, and there's the Chilean bench asking the fans to get to their feet. They can play their part in this game. Now Atencia for 3. Oh, Atencia for 3. That's a huge shot. He's got ice flowing through his veins to take that one. Up to 19 points, and Colombia, more importantly, back out to a 4-point lead. Inside to Hasa. Oh, beautiful right-hand hook. This is like two heavyweights in the 12th round. They've traded punches throughout the game, and they continue to do so right down to the buzzer. Mosquera with a two-handed jam. And Colombia take it back out to 4 again. Morales, Suarez for 3, can he nail it? Oh, too much on that one though. That was a big shot. Atencia to the basket, a minute to play. Mosquera can't get it to go, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots as Carrion picks up the foul. A hush has fallen across the arena. They can feel the game slipping away from Chile. These are huge shots at the line from Mosquera. Nice cold out of the line. It's the first to drop. Not the second though, but what a rebound by Mendoza. Wow. That could turn out to be a huge play by Mendoza. Atencia now drives to the basket. Can't get it to go, and Carrasco comes away with it. He puts the Jets on, drives to the basket, tries to dump it inside, but he's fouled. It's a foul on the floor. They won't go to the line for shots. It will be just a baseline ball. Ortiz called for his 3rd foul. 5-point lead for Colombia. Timeout has been called by coach Claudio Yoquera. He wants to make the most of the final 38.9 seconds. Let's jump into his huddle. Let's find out what he's got to say.
Chapa. Nacho. Felipe. Franco. Chapa, Nacho. Ok. Ey, la pelota es Nacho. Felipe. A Chapa. La pelota en Chapa. Y continúa. No, saca tú, Franco. Eric abierto.
¿A dónde le paso?
Franca tú, saca tú. Verde, saca tú. Nacho te saca a ti, escúchame. la pelota aquí, si cambiaron, Chapa, pide un aclarado y te mandas, si cambiaron. Si no va a tener la salida de Franco o el alto bajo.
Very cool and calm in the timeouts. Unlike the commentary box here and the crowd, I don't think there's a nerve left in the building that isn't jangling. Baseline ball for Chile. Morales now to Callian. Back out to Suarez. He almost loses the handle, being harassed by Jackson. Inside to Callian. Two-handed jam by Callian. Exactly what the doctor had ordered for Chile. That's what you want to see coming out of the timeout. And Coach Oquera has done a good job. And his fellow counterpart at the other end of the floor, Guillermo Moreno for Colombia, will call a timeout this time. He wants to talk things over with his team. Let's dive into their huddle.
Hey, sáquete aquí. Saca Michael Jackson. Hey, Hansel. Aquí. Hey, entras Jairo Mendoza aquí. Hanner aquí. Stalin aquí. Hey, ojo. Hansel. Pantalla. Boom. Hey. Mendoza. La tiramos a Hansel aquí. Vuelvo y repito. Hansel, pantalla. Fuerte, Hanner. Hey, Jairo. Hansel aquí. La tiramos aquí. Hey, Stalin, nivela la cancha.
What a great dynamic in that timeout. If you notice, the players' concentration, their eyes did not leave the coach's board, and that's rare in a timeout these days. Players easily distracted, not always focused on the task in hand. But the five on the floor for Colombia were fully focused. And let's see if they can execute the play as it was drawn out by Coach Moreno to Atencia. Out of 7-second differential shot clock, game clock. Oh, the foul is called. Oh my goodness me, Carrasco couldn't commit a bigger sin on the floor. He pinned Atencia down and fouls the jump shooter. Atencia will now go to the line for 3 jump shots. Let's have a closer look. Oh, that's such an easy call for the officials. If Carrasco had just stood straight up, there's no way Atencia was going to make that jumper. They're just checking to see whether the feet were on the line or whether it was a 3, and passions are running high right now, as you can imagine. So much at stake for both these teams. But Atencia pretty much can ice the game from the line. They are just checking whether it was an attempted 2 or an attempted 3. Relatively new powers for the officials in games, that they can check these things in the closing stages. And Carrasco is dejected as he goes to the bench. You can see how disappointed he is. So much pride and passion in these players. Playing for their country is the absolute pinnacle of what they do on the hardwood. 26.7 seconds left. Currently a 3-point lead for Colombia. How far can Atencia stretch this? He has 3 attempts at the line. The first attempt is no good. The pressure is building. You can see it in his face. The smile has disappeared. He is feeling the pressure here. Back at the line for his second attempt. Nothing but net on the second. He's an 80% free-throw shooter, so you put your money on him hitting these. Will he convert the third? Yes, he will. It's out to a 5-point ball game. And pretty predictably, Coach Oquera will call a timeout for Chile. He'll want to make sure that they make the most of these final few seconds. The game is still there for them to take. but it is an outside chance. Let's look at the play he draws up on the board.
Saca Franco, ok, saca Franco. Son 5 puntos, ellos tienen que cortar, ok. Tienen que cortar porque tienen que perder por menos de 5, ok. Saca Franco. Así, primera salida de Lalo por sobre, perdón, la primera salida está Felipe, está Lalo, primera salida de Seba, segunda salida de Chapa, y si no, abre Lalo acá y la pelota vuelve a Franco. Un tiro, Franco, un tiro, vuelve y cabeza.
They're going to make a high arcing cut around the perimeter, flashing to the short corner for the inbound. I imagine he'll want to score quickly, so it could be a catch and shoot situation here. Not sure who they are trying to get open. I presume it will be Suarez. He's the man with the hot hand. It is in fact O'Hara. Suarez will follow it. It's not opened up the way they wanted it to, so they've got the ball inbounds now with Morales. The clock's running down. He's going to have to make a move. He can't run the clock down much more. They need to make a move quickly. And the foul is called. That's a bad foul for Atencia. He's going to send them to the line. They've got the opportunity to put the points on the board without the clock moving. They were going nowhere fast. Atencia should have just stayed his ground instead of reaching in. I suppose he's just returning the favor that Chile provided him in the previous play. Morales drains the first, and he is the player they want to shoot 3 throws. 69% from the line. Not the best so far in qualifiers, but he's 86% from outside, so you put your money on him. He misses the second, though, so it's still a 4-point ball game, still 2-possession game. They need to foul. What are they doing? Chile need to foul on the ball. Why are they not fouling? They're going to let the clock run out. Oh, what a poor mistake by Chile, and what a way to end the game. The Chile players are celebrating. They've lost by 4. That does mean they win the head-to-head, which puts them on equal footing. 1 win, 1 loss. So Chile's future is still in their own hands. I suppose that's what they were looking for in that final phase. If Chile win their game on Sunday against Venezuela, they will go through and Colombia will go out. However, if Chile don't win on Sunday and Colombia do, then Colombia will go through and Chile will go out. Everything still to play for as these 2 teams enter the final game of Group B it's on Monday even. Colombia against Brazil, Chile against Venezuela. Venezuela have already secured top spot. Brazil will go second. Who will pick up that final critical 3rd spot? We'll have to wait till Monday to find out. But the head-to-head is in favor of Chile. They're pretty happy with that situation in what has been a great game here. Colombia dominated the boards. The assist and steal situation was relatively equal. Colombia turned the ball over a little bit more, and I suppose that will enable Chile to get back into the game. Here are your game leaders. Suarez with 20 for Chile, Atencia with 21. Jackson picked up his double-double. He ended up with 12 points, 11 boards. Asprilla, 2 steals. Morales, 3 steals. Big play by Mosquera. 4 blocks from the big man. Dominating the paint for Colombia this evening. And here are your top scorers. Atentia, 21. Mosquera, 13. Jackson, 12 for Colombia. Suarez, 20 for Chile. But what a game we've had here in Valdivia. And plenty more action coming up for you in the World Cup windows. Both these teams' future in the World Cup still in the balance. Their fate will be decided on Monday when Colombia take on Brazil and Chile take on Venezuela. But we have had an absolutely wonderful game here for you this evening in Valdivia. A great highlight and showreel of what international basketball can be. A real treat for the fans in the arena and you fans at home watching this around the world. And we'll leave you with some of the highlights of the game, but the big story is Chile 67, Colombia 71. Both of these teams now on a 1-win, 4-loss record. That sends them through to Monday's game with everything to play for. Colombia face Brazil, Chile face Venezuela. If Colombia wins,